pressure is actually mounting on Mikel Arteta. But what really is of surprise is that Mikel Arteta still remains confident that he is not going to lose his position. Of course, that's going to be one of the stories that we're going to bring you tonight, as well as the Kenya Under-20 football team losing the chance to get to qualify to the finals of the CECAFA Under-20 competition. This and more coming up in just a bit. Abubakar.
Tonight, more than 1.5 million Kenyans have already signed to amend the constitution. BBI Secretariat says this as governors launch the drive in their respective counties. Nairobi Governor Mike Sonko arrested while meeting MCAs opposed to his ouster, but police say they only dispersed the meeting between the county boss and MCAs. Plus, Kenya is among 7 countries participating in the AstraZeneca and Oxford University research as pharmaceutical company Moderna seeks US-EU emergency authorization after COVID-19 vaccine shows 94% success.
Anne Wairimu is our sign language interpreter. Tonight of all nights, TV47 News Tonight with me, Abubakar Abdullahi, begins right now. To our top story. Now, Kenyans are turning out in large numbers to append their signatures in support of the Building Bridges Initiative report that seeks to amend the 2010 Constitution. Political leaders in the counties and the national government are leading Kenyans in supporting the amendments to the Constitution. Mwangi Maina begins our broadcast tonight.
A few days after the launch of collection of 1 million signatures in support of the BBI report, Kenyans are turning out in large numbers to support the BBI bill, with the BBI Secretariat announcing today that 1.5 million signatures have so far been collected. In the expansive Mount Kenya counties of Meru, Tharaka Nithi and Embu, the exercise to collect signatures was spearheaded by Governors Kiraito Murungi, Martin Wambora and Muthomi Njoki, who called on residents to sign up for the BBI bull full throttle.
BBI ipite ndio tupate kitu ya kuendelesha Mount Kenya East na Kenya mbele.
This time you must support BBI 100%.
In Kilifi County, Governor Amason Kingi and County Commissioner Oloka Kutswa led hundreds of Kilifi residents in appending their signatures in solidarity with BBI supporters. As of today, 35,000 signatures had been collected in the county.
Ni process ya wananchi wote, ni process ya Kenya mzima.
Ni muhimu viongozi wa kisiasa ambao wamechaguliwa na nchi wawe katika mstari wa mbele wa kuongoza hii exercise.
Nyeri Senator Ephraim Maina led a host of political leaders in persuading residents to stand with the bill as Nyeri's 3 constituencies that were earmarked to be scrapped off will be retained.
Ila uende na katiba ya zamani 2010 Constitution ambayo inasema Mokoroine itaisha, ama uweke sahihi kwa BBI uhakikishe ya kwamba Mokoroine imekaa vile iko na haitawahi ondolewa tena.
Governor Alfred Mutua expressed optimism in the BBI bill as counties are set to be among the biggest beneficiaries if the bill sells through.
Kaunti yangu ya Machakos hivi sasa tunapata bilioni 8, tutakuwa tunapata bilioni zaidi ya 20. Zaidi ya mara 3 ile tunapata hivi sasa. Inamaanisha kwamba barabara tutajenga nyingi chap chap, maji yataongezeka chap chap.
Religious leaders in Nakuru County called on Christian faithfuls to play their part and become part of the referendum wagon, claiming it is a Christian mandate to take part in their democratic right.
Considering vijana wetu wakianza biashara wanapewa grace period bila kodi, alafu na wale wametoka shule pia wanawaachiliwa mpaka wapate kazi.
Naona ya kwamba constitution ya 2010 ilituweka hatua kadhaa mbele, nayo hii marekebisho haya ya BBI pia itaongeza hatua nyingine.
In Laikipia County, youth working under the Kazi Mtaani program also joined in appending their signatures in support of the report, with local leaders vowing to popularize the bill in the county.
Tumekubaliana nao kama young mothers tusaini wote, kwa saa hii tumesaini kama 70%.
BBI lazima ieneze katika Laikipia na katika Kenya mzima, na yule hataki kusikia BBI akae kando agoje sisi tuuze BBI.
Led by Kakamega Governor Wycliffe Oparanya, political leaders from Western Kenya beat the BBI drums, rallying Kenyans to append their signatures in large numbers.
Ukifika kesho, kila county ya huku Western wote wamemaliza mambo ya signature yao. Tunangojea mambo ya county assembly.
Now that we want to take 35% of the revenue to the counties, we must also relook at the devolved functions to see what additional functions are going to the counties.
Itishe BBI kwanza, ikishapita hizo constituencies tushike kwa mkono. Alafu IEBC itakuja hapa. Tutakaa, watachukua maoni yenu.
In Uasin Gishu County, Senator Margaret Kamar led the exercise amid dissenting voices from political leaders in the county who gave the exercise a wide berth, among them Governor Jackson Mandago.
We are aware that the BBI has accommodated the raising of the amount of money that comes to the counties from 15% to a minimum of 35%.
Nimesikia retired chief akiniuliza maneno ya BBI, chiefs wamepewa registers. Wewe unajua mimi sifanye kazi kwa county commissioner. Mahali mlipewa kwendeni mfuate instructions. Kama inatakana nitoe, warudishe Nairobi, wapitishe kwa ofisi yangu.
The BBI Secretariat hopes to collect 4 million signatures by the end of this week and subsequently handing over signatures to the IEBC for verification. Mwangi Maina, TV47, Nairobi.
Well, still on the Building Bridges Initiative report, and the steering committee now says it has collected more than 1.5 million signatures in the ongoing BBI signature drive. This as ANC party leader Musalia Mudavadi said that some forces were pushing him to oppose the report. And as Mike Kagwongo now reports, some of DP's allies are still opposed to the report.
The BBI Secretariat says more than 1.5 million voters have endorsed the Building Bridges initiative by Monday in the ongoing BBI signatures collection drive. The Secretariat believes to surpass 2 million signatures by Monday night.
As at the close of the day yesterday, 1.5 million registered voters had appended their signatures in support of the bill. And we have every reason to believe we will surpass 2 million signatures by the end of today.
Signatures will then be submitted to electoral body IEBC for verification purposes. ICT Cabinet Secretary Joe Mucheru has allayed fears of Kenyans using vulgar language while signing the BBI Bridges Initiative signatures online.
ID is what you use as the key. So if there's a duplicate ID, it will come out very clearly. On the manual books, again, IEBC will be verifying all this to make sure that there's no double counting. But we expect there's going to be good numbers of people who have signed and supported the referendum.
ODM leader Raila Odinga has expressed confidence that at least 4 million Kenyans will sign to support the constitution amendment.
Ni mwanzo, kutakuweko na ingine. Hii itaitwa ati ni mabadiliko ya kwanza. First amendment, kutakuja ya pili, ya tatu na kadhalika.
Amani National Coalition has started spearheading the collection of signatures. ANC party leader Musalia Mudavadi says some forces wanted him to oppose the report.
Kuna wengine wamekasirika. Tulikuwa tunangoja Musalia aende no. Tulikuwa tunangoja ili tumweke kiraka.
Hao ndio wameonyeshana kweli kuna kuzungumzana, kwamba unaenda mnakutana, kama kuna maswala hamkubaliani mnarudi kwa meza, mwazungumziana, mwaelewana na inaingizwa.
To take this opportunity to call upon
the Deputy President of this Republic to come out clear and tell Kenyans, are you supporting this bill or are you opposing it? Because the bill has been out, you said you are a scientist, but now you are taking too long.
Kiharu MP Ndindi Nyoro, however, says the additional of 70 constituencies will not solve the issues affecting Kenyans.
There is no way under the sun we will ever have a constituency zote ambazo zinatoshana. Hata tukipata one constituency hapa Murang'a, now automatically itakuja hapa Kiharu kwa sababu Kiharu ni kubwa. Utapata sasa the biggest constituency itakuwa Gataga kuendelea mbele. So they will also start now asking for another constituency.
The Deputy President William Ruto is expected to host his rallies later this week and to express his stand on BBI.
Away from the BBI, and the government of Kenya says it has not received any official communication from the government of Somalia requesting Kenya's ambassador to leave Mogadishu. Kenya's Ministry of Foreign Affairs says it has not seen an official statement, saying it only saw a statement purportedly released by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Somalia claiming that Kenya was interfering with Somalia's internal affairs. Sharon Baranga with the details.
The fresh dispute between the two countries began when the government of Somalia recalled its Kenyan ambassador from Nairobi and expelled Kenya's ambassador in Mogadishu. Somalia claims Kenya has been interfering with the electoral process in Jubaland, which is one of Somalia's 5 semi-autonomous states. Somalia accuses Kenya of mounting pressure on its president, Ahmed Mohamed Islam Madobe, to backtrack on a poll agreement brokered 2 months ago. In the deal, Somalia leaders agreed on revising the election model so that it is based on constituencies which will vote for parliamentary legislators. However, in a statement, the Kenyan government says they have not received an official communication from the government of Somalia requesting Kenya's ambassador to leave the country. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs say they have seen a statement purportedly from the Somali government which claims Kenya was interfering with their internal affairs. This is not the first time the two countries have clashed diplomatically. Last year, Kenya recalled its ambassador after Somalia decided to auction off oil and gas exploration blocks at the center of a maritime territorial dispute in the Indian Ocean. Sharon Baranga, TV47.
Now, Nairobi Governor Mike Sonko was briefly detained on Monday as police fired tear gas to disrupt a meeting he was holding with members of the county assembly in support of the county boss. This comes after a motion to impeach Governor Sonko was tabled before the county assembly on Thursday last week. Nanok Lorraine reports.
No sooner had this meeting in Riverside here in Nairobi between Nairobi Governor Mike Sonko and Nairobi members of the county assembly allied to him began than it was stormed and disrupted by police officers, where Governor Sonko was arrested and the MCAs dispersed after tear gas canisters were thrown at them. Sonko is currently facing an impeachment motion that was tabled by Minority Leader Michael Ogada last week Thursday that has so far seen a total of 86 out of 122 MCAs append their signatures in support of the motion. However, MCAs allied to Governor Sonko allege that the signatures did not originate from them, adding that the plot to impeach the county boss is over his refusal to assent to the bill on the 37.5 billion shilling 2020-2021 budget. Sonko was briefly detained on Monday afternoon as police officers hurriedly dispersed the venue and the members of the county assembly. Nairobi County Police Operations Chief, however, says Governor Sonko was not arrested, but his officers only dispersed MCAs. Nanok Lauren, TV47.
You're watching TV47 News Tonight with me, Abubakar Abdullahi, 9:15 p.m. Time for us to take a short break. Keep talking to us. The hashtag to use tonight is Pandits Night. Send us a message as well on 22047. We'll be back with more news after this break. Stay tuned.
Life is a journey, and we all have ups and downs, highs and lows, and celebrities are no exception.
Do you know I couldn't pay rent? Do you know there's a time I went 3 days without food? If you read my book, I ate Colgate for dinner.
On Coffee with Mbuvi, we get up close and personal.
Nilizaliwa hivyo. Yes. Mimi sijawahi ona.
We have candid conversations that are inspiring.
Na acha nikwambie, mtu mmebarikiwa na mlikuwa nyote mko kwa line, mko kwa foleni. Huyu akibarikiwa si ametoka, bado foleni inasonga. Wewe ni next.
Humorous.
This is going to be the craziest interview ever.
And life-changing.
Success is value system and the legacy you leave.
Coffee with Mbuvi, every Sunday at 8 p.m. only on TV47.
Every muscle, every bone is our concern.
A lot of pressure with both your hands, you're going to collapse the infant's chest.
Any pain.
There you go. You can calm down.
Any discomfort. We have just the right doctor.
I'm a consultant breast surgeon.
I'm an emergency care specialist.
A chiropractor.
With just the right remedy.
Majority of patients will actually just require supportive treatment.
Join us on Body Garage every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. because we care. How do you like your meals? Sweet and tasty or spicy and savory? On the Throwdown, we bring you our chef of the day. Gives you ideas on how to make amazing meals from the comfort of your home. Every Sunday from 6:30 p.m.
Life is a journey, and we all have ups and downs, highs and lows, and celebrities are no exception.
Do you know I couldn't pay rent? Do you know there's a time I went 3 days without food? If you read my book, I ate Colgate for dinner.
On Coffee with Mbuvi, we get up close and personal.
Nilizaliwa hivyo. Yes. Mimi sijawahi ona.
We have candid conversations that are inspiring.
Na acha nikwambie, mtu mmebarikiwa na mlikuwa nyote mko kwa line, mko kwa foleni. Huyu akibarikiwa si ametoka, bado foleni inasonga. Wewe ni next.
Humorous.
This is going to be the craziest interview ever.
And life-changing.
Success is value system and the legacy you leave.
Coffee with Mbuvi, every Sunday at 8 p.m. only on TV47.
Every muscle, every bone is our concern.
A lot of pressure with both your hands, you're going to collapse the infant's chest.
Any pain.
There you go. You can calm down.
Any discomfort. We have just the right doctor.
I'm a consultant breast surgeon.
I'm an emergency care specialist.
A chiropractor.
With just the right remedy.
Majority of patients will actually just require supportive treatment.
Join us on Body Garage every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. because we care. How do you like it?
Welcome back to TV47 News Tonight with me, Abu Bakr Abdullahi. Thank you for choosing the county's television. Let's get to more news now. And the Ministry of Health has stated that Kenya is one of the 7 countries participating in the AstraZeneca and Oxford University COVID-19 vaccine research. At least 60,000 participants from all the 7 countries are expected to be involved before the end of the year. Lynette Gidwa has the details.
Kenya, through Kemri Welfare Trust, is among 7 other countries participating in the AstraZeneca and Oxford University research. This in the quest to get the COVID-19 vaccine. According to the Ministry of Health, 60,000 participants shall be in attendance of the exercise, set to be complete before the end of the year. Among the countries participating in the exercise include the United Kingdom, Brazil, South Africa, Japan, and India. Meanwhile, in USA, Moderna, a biotechnology company, has announced 100% efficacy in combating the deadly coronavirus among critical patients. Amidst this rather encouraging news, Moderna hopes to apply for US and European emergency authorization for its COVID-19 vaccine and increase its production. However, vaccine company Novavax has pushed the start of a US-based late-stage trial for its experimental COVID-19 vaccine. They expect to begin the exercise in the coming weeks. This is the second time Novavax has rescheduled the Phase 3 trial after first flagging an October start, hampered by issues of scaling up its manufacturing. This even as Kenya records a total of 302 new positive cases, with 369 recoveries and 17 deaths as a result of COVID-19. The country has, however, been recording a reduced number of daily infections in the recent past, with experts saying the second wave could be over. They, however, warn that the infections might spike during the festivities. Lynette Githua, TV47.
Elsewhere, as the Nairobi Metropolitan Services gears up to decongest the city by relocating public service vehicles from entering the central business district, it is not yet clear how ordinary Kenyans will move from one side of the city to another. However, sources indicate that the plan, which is expected to take effect from tomorrow, may not substantiate, citing faults in the possibility of implementing the plan. Musa Salah tells us why.
Residents of Nairobi and its environs are staring at a transport nightmare effective Tuesday if Nairobi Metropolitan Services (NMS) implements its directive to have public service vehicles (PSVs) barred from accessing the central business district. NMS Director General Mohamed Badi told Parliament in September that all PSVs plying major routes in the city will not access the city centre from December 1st. However, Matatu Welfare Association chairperson Dickson Mbugua has claimed that the decision by NMS was purely made without consulting the transport industry stakeholders, further hinting that the ban may not take effect on Tuesday.
We consider this as a boardroom decision by the NMS, which is not involving the Matatu operators. NMS has made a boardroom decision that they are going to start moving Matatus from the CBD into those periphery areas. Yeah, and I can tell you, I can assure you, the day they do that, there will be a hue and cry in this town, because they have not really properly planned it.
City dwellers have raised concerns on NMS's plans to have Matatus drop passengers outside the CBD, forcing tens of thousands of Nairobians to trek several kilometers to report to work, urging the government to provide alternative means of transport to and from the CBD.
Sidio, kama sina uwezo, hakuna gari ingine inakuja kuchukua kutoka, tuseme gari imekuweka Ngara. Kuna gari wameweka hapa ya kuweka town. Kama hakuna gari inakuweka utaenda nini? Sini mguu?
Hizo magari for example ifika hapa Ngara, mtu anaenda place kama Kibera, hakuna watoto, mzigo amesukiswa usiku na mvua whatever. Unaona hiyo challenge? Iko challenge sana. Ya, bado serikali hajaweka mkakati vizuri sana.
Matatu drivers have also faulted the move, claiming that the government has neglected their needs.
So serikali inafaa waangalie, si kuamka ati wanamesema leo hizi gari haziingii. Hizi gari, hata hizi gari zinalipia kodi. Zinalipia kodi. Hii gari kitambo ingie kwa barabara ikiwa mpya hivi, utaona kodi yenye imetorea hii gari na hii ni pesa mingi sana.
Serikali inatuambia tuondoke huku OCPD na tujui tutaenda wapi. Saa ikiwa tunabebea hapa, watuonyesha pali tutaenda. Juu hakuna pali pengine tunaweza bebea. Watakuwa wametukosea sana.
As NMS gears on to decongest the city, it is not exactly clear how city dwellers will move from one side of the city to the other. Musa Salah, TV47.
From Nairobi, let's get to Bungoma County, where the burial of the late Jane Lonyolo Washie, who served as the chair lady of the Inua Mama in Bungoma County, turned a battleground for Ford Kenya party rivals in Siombe Village, Bumula's constituency, Bungoma County. Wanji Sostin reports from Bungoma.
It was in Siombe Village, Bumula constituency during the burial of the late Mama Lonyolo Wachie that was turned a battleground between Ford Kenya factions. Supporters of Bungoma Senator Moses Wetangula were earlier spotted with the banner showing a solid support to their party leader. The situation escalated after Muskoma Ward MCA George Makari condemned the county government of Bungoma of COVID-19 funds embezzlements, sentiments that sparked chaos.
Nataka niseme hivi, shilingi milioni 213 ya corona iliibiwa na hawa watu wawili, na tutasema hata mpinge wale mmekuja, tutasema yeye ni wezi na mnaendelea.
Bungoma Deputy Governor Kibana Ngome could not withstand the MCA's speech and faulted Wetangula and Lusaka over the fall of Bungoma County. Bumula Member of Parliament Mambu Mabonga condemned the incident, urging the leaders to shy away from politics during funeral functions.
Not expect respect from cheap people. Watu wengine wana msaa mwingi sana. Hata penye msaa haitakikani wanataka kufanya sarakasi.
Senator Moses Wetangula said land it as premature politics, stating that he is not interested in Bungoma gubernatorial race.
Nataka kuambia chama iko imara kama simba. Weta hataki kuwa governor. I am not Napoleon Bonaparte, who in 1847 took a crown from the head of the Pope and put on his own head.
Hii chama umeenda kotini, tumeshinda kotini. Party leader mwenye anajulikana is none other than Moses Masika Wetangula. Na huyu Chris Wamalwa ndiye anakuja kuwa Secretary General of the party.
Mheshimiwa Wetangula, mimi naomba, Mheshimiwa Governor, Mheshimiwa DJ here. Please, this embarrassment in the party, sisi hatutataka. Ford Kenya is our party, is our heritage na sisi tunaipenda.
Wanji Sostin, TV47, Bungoma.
And amid the chaos in Bungoma, we pray that her soul finds eternal peace. Elsewhere, Kenya Airways has resumed its flight operations from Nairobi to New York. In a message via its Twitter account, the Kenya airline welcomed back its clients. This comes amid the COVID-19 pandemic, which saw many flights operations banned, bringing a nosedive in business. Well, it's time for us to get to the world of sports now, and Dennis Otieno is on standby. Dennis, what do you have for us tonight?
Well, a lot is lined up for you in the world of sports, ranging from the Kenya Under-20 football team, the national football team, the Rising Stars, getting knocked out of the competition during the semi-final stages. Also, we have the sentiments of Mikel Arteta and how strong and firm he is going to make Arsenal as a club and get to clinch the English Premier League title. This and more lined up for you and coming just right now. A very warm welcome to Primetime Sports. My name is Dennis Otieno and we shall start off with local news. Now, the national under-20 football team, the Rising Stars, has been knocked out of the under-20 Sekafa Championships following a 3-1 semi-final defeat against Uganda in Arusha, Tanzania. The results robbed Kenya a direct ticket to the 2021 Under-20 African Cup of Nations in Mauritania. In another semi-final tie, Host Tanzania edged out South Sudan 1-0 to set up a final tie against Uganda on Wednesday. Now Kenya...
Life is a journey, and we all have ups and downs, highs and lows, and celebrities are no exception.
Do you know I couldn't pay rent? Do you know there's a time I went 3 days without food? If you read my book, I ate Colgate for dinner.
On Coffee with Mbuvi, we get up close and personal.
Nilizaliwa hivyo. Yes. Mimi sijawahi ona.
We have candid conversations that are inspiring.
Na acha nikwambie, mtu mmebarikiwa na mlikuwa nyote mko kwa line, mko kwa foleni. Huyu akibarikiwa si ametoka, bado foleni inasonga. Wewe ni next.
Humorous.
This is going to be the craziest interview ever.
And life-changing.
Success is value system and the legacy you leave.
Coffee with Mbuvi, every Sunday at 8 p.m. only on TV47.
FWA has lauded the government decision to allow the resumption of football leagues in the country. KEFWA chairman James Situma, who manned the Harambee Stars midfield in his prime, says 8-month suspension of football took a heavy toll on footballers. Now, the FKF Premier League kicked off on Saturday with the National Super League gearing up for its resumption this weekend.
Tumekaa sana, unajua hiyo ndio maisha yetu kama wachezaji. Naweza sema ukicheza ndio unakula, ukicheza ndio unalipa bills, na ukiangalia kila kitu liko imesimama. Na kando na wachezaji tu, unajua watu wanapenda mpira, so unapata wakati uko idle pia, na unapata kuna imeletwa na shida zingine, unapata ilikuwa inaumiza watu akili sana. But nadhani imekuwa pia right time kuona kwamba umefungua, tutaishi tu nayo, tukuona kwamba kila mtu amefuata hizo regulations zimekuwa into place na gava, na mimi kivyangu kufungua games iko on, then kitu ni kama blessings cause wachezaji wa have fun. Unajua ndio maisha yetu.
Now to an international front of football and an interesting turn of events where Southampton manager Ralph Hasenhuttl...
Life is a journey, and we all have ups and downs, highs and lows, and celebrities are no exception.
Do you know I couldn't pay rent? Do you know there's a time I went 3 days without food? If you read my book, I ate Colgate for dinner.
On Coffee with Mbuvi, we get up close and personal.
Nilizaliwa hivyo. Yes. Mimi sijawahi ona.
We have candid conversations that are inspiring.
Na acha nikwambie, mtu mmebarikiwa na mlikuwa nyote mko kwa line, mko kwa foleni. Huyu akibarikiwa si ametoka, bado foleni inasonga. Wewe ni next.
Humorous.
This is going to be the craziest interview ever.
And life-changing.
Success is value system and the legacy you leave.
Coffee with Mbuvi, every Sunday at 8 p.m. only on TV47.
Every muscle, every bone is our concern.
A lot of pressure with both your hands, you're going to collapse the infant's chest.
Any pain.
There you go. You can calm down, calm down, calm down.
Any discomfort. We have just the right doctor.
I'm a consultant breast surgeon.
I'm an emergency care specialist.
A chiropractor.
With just the right remedy.
Majority of patients will actually just require supportive treatment.
Join us on Body Garage every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. because we care. How do you like your meals? Sweet and tasty or spicy and savory? On the Throwdown, we bring you our chef of the day. Gives you ideas on how to make amazing meals from the comfort of your home. Every Sunday from 6:30 p.m.
Life is a journey, and we all have ups and downs, highs and lows, and celebrities are no exception.
Do you know I couldn't pay rent? Do you know there's a time I went 3 days without food? If you read my book, I ate Colgate for dinner.
On Coffee with Mbuvi, we get up close and
sports
personal.
Now, that's what we call a wrap, and I do want to thank you for your valid company. My name is Denso Tieno. Now I'm going to throw it back to Abubakar Abdullahi.
Dennis, as always, before I let you go, 5 losses in 10, third consecutive loss in Emirates Stadium, 14th place in the table, and Arteta says no pressure.
Yeah, I mean, he is right at saying that because the league is still early. I believe we're in, in a very, it's very early, and I think it's about match day 4 out of match day 38, out of 38 weeks to be played. So I believe that Mikel Arteta is still right in having hopes that they're going to get to a reasonable position on the English Premier League table. Abubakar.
Thank you, Dennis Otieno. Dennis Otieno is our sports reporter anchor. Thank you for that update. Well, that brings us to the end of the news. But as always on Mondays is Pundit Night. Time for us to take a short break. Tonight we are making sense of